I'll repeat. Okay. Infinite sum of geometric, I should say series. Infinite sum of geometric series. And then what we're going to do first is just talk about what the heck could you add infinity numbers and they'll go somewhere? And we'll see that concept. This is a very common, the one I'm about to do, a very common SAT question. So keep that in mind. If the SAT still exists. They still exist, right?
No, it exists.
Yeah.
Which I literally think, okay, like I get it, like for this year and like last, but I think it's the stupidest thing in the world that like colleges are going to test optional because like you're just gonna have like a bunch of stupid kids walking.
Yeah.
Whoa. I kind of need to test optional.
I see what you're saying.
Like, if they're not doing it for class of 23, then they're not going to do it ever again.
Yeah.
And I think that's so dumb.
I mean, you could still increase your own value by taking the SAT though.
Oh, yeah, of course. But like, once they like stop requiring it, people are going to stop taking it, and then there's just going to be no point of it. And then they're just going to stop having it, and then everyone in the world will be.
The College Board has too much money on the SAT. They'll never let it die. They'll figure out a way to make it work. For you guys, not right now for Corona, but then again, also colleges are kind of bad right now because they're all remote and stuff.
That's the only reason why I love COVID.
You said Oleana was remote? She's right here.
That's the only reason why. Yeah, besides everything else I love.
All right. Okay, so let's talk about this concept. What I'm going to do is add together this formula. 1 over 2 to the n power. Actually, we'll do n minus 1 because that's more correct. So we're going to add that over and over again. We're going to see what that is. I'll do it in decimal also to help us out. All right. What is the first term? If I do 1 minus 1, so that's 1/2 to the 0 power. What's anything to the 0 power? 1. Yes, good. Okay, now let's continue.
Wait, why did you get 0? Oh,
Because you plug in 1.
A1 equals n. Like
Yeah, the 1 in the bottom is the n on the top. A2.
Wait.
We're doing this one, and we're going to add them together. We're going to see if there's a pattern.
What is
Infinite sum of geometric series.
it?
You'll see in this. No, this should look familiar. This is just a geometric sequence. This is just,
Like, am I doing an example right now?
yeah. 1/2 to the 1 power. Anything to the 1 power is itself. So this one is a half.
How did you get 1 minus 1? How do you get 1?
2 minus 1 is? 1/2 to the 2nd power. You square both. The top is 1. 2 times 2 is 4. I'm going slightly quickly here just because the concept is not actually making a thing, even though it's good practice. The concept is something else. The 3rd power. 1 to the 8th.
Why is it 1 over 4?
2 squared is 4. 2 to the 3rd power is 8.
Yeah, but what? Don't we just like,
2 to the 2nd power. 2 to the 2 is 4.
Oh wait, I was thinking like 1 times 2.
Ah,
Have you ever seen something more? No, next.
leave it alone. Let it run.
Shutting it. Relax.
What are you doing then?
I want to lower it.
It's okay.
No.
Is Carmela here?
No.
Okay. And is Ella here? Okay. All right. So I did that. I'm going to add these and then we're going to keep going and we're going to see if there's something that's interesting about it. So first number is 1 plus 1/2. Anyone knows 1/2 is a decimal? 0.5.
I think I know what's going to happen.
Give it a second.
Nearly 2, you're never going to get.
Excellent. So let's talk about how it looks like that so everyone knows. So 1.5,
There's a law on this test.
yeah,
Anyone's just out.
but we're gonna finish by Tuesday and then everything's reviewed.
By Tuesday, that's all week. How about you tomorrow?
Yes. So I'm gonna add 0.25 now. That makes 1.75. Okay, I'm happy to hear that. 0.125. Gonna add that together. That's going to be
Yeah, possibly. You're really confusing.
75.
Wait, so what day is this next?
Next week, Monday, yes. Thursday I won't be here because I have.
Yeah.
Mary, come on.
Mary.
He's bad.
Mary's always doing things up.
He's bad.
At least that's quick fix.
Oh my god, oh my gosh. Oh,
All right.
The health stuff. Everything with the food.
you wrote it down? It's correct? I did it all for
The
you.
only way I know.
Yeah, I guess it was correct. Everything on the house.
Yeah.
You take it? No,
We didn't take it.
I made a Quizlet on the Quizlet.
Yeah,
We
yo,
have,
and there's.
I
Tell me on
just
the-
did it from my clip.
You okay?
So sad.
All right, either way. So Nahum did say it out loud, but I just want to emphasize it. Look at the pattern that's occurring here. Every time we get bigger, every number we add, it's smaller and smaller. Nate, do you have a prediction on what's going to happen? Hold up. What's going to happen? We're going to get smaller and smaller. We're like moving smaller and smaller as we get closer to closer. What do you think this number will get really close to eventually? 2. Now, what's really interesting about this, it'll never pass 2. It'll never go beyond 2. Because every time we go forward, we're taking like half the step. So imagine kind of like this situation. Let's say I'm gonna go halfway between here and the door. Okay, now I'm gonna go halfway between here and the door now.
So.
Now I go another half.
You're there.
No, I'm not there yet. But I'll go another half. Now another half. Now another half. What happens? Another half.
You're getting closer.
I'm getting closer, but what's gonna be the problem?
You're never gonna get the door. Yeah, you're never gonna like.
I'm never
go
going
in it.
Exactly. I'm never gonna get there. This is the same concept. I'm never going to get to the number we're going. So for this one, this very specific equation, the sum n starting at 1 to infinity. Now infinity is that sideways 8. That means I go on forever. No problem. 1/2 n minus 1. This is going to equal, I'm never going to reach what number? I'm going to get really close, but I'm never going to reach what number?
2.
2.
That's a fact.
This is just a fact, and then we're going to show you the equation to prove it. So this is a fact. Again, it's like that door problem where I'll never get there if I keep going by halves. It's called some paradox. I forgot what it's called. The sideways 8. That is funny because a lot of people do have weird problems with the sideways 8. They like draw all weird. Yeah, it's just something you don't practice, I guess.
Oh my god.
He said that.
Guys, make sure to get this down. I want to go to the next page. What's up? Just turn your page in.
I think he's gonna put.
Right to left?
First page in the last
Is there like a specific way to do it?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I imagine it's just that your muscle memory wants to draw 8, so you always do like a diagonal kind of thing, and it doesn't work that well. So- Yeah, you're fighting your own instinct of drawing what you want to draw. That's why it's tough. It's not the shape, it's just your instinct is to draw 8.
Oh, wait.
What's up?
Listen, bro, seriously.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I don't even know you love it. Oh my God. It's not bad.
Drive.
You might be designer. Is that? Oh, that, Ben. No, they almost built in that. The ring at the.
I saw that video.
Oh, so no.
They did it to 9 people.
I wouldn't know they did it to Harry too. No, that's how she got in the car. And then she took it back here right now.
All right. So this concept, when you add to infinity, works for any number.
But I'm like confused
Go
how
ahead.
you got
2.
like the 1.5, 1.75.
Oh, 1, a half. I just turned the decimal to be a little bit.
I just added them?
Yeah, I'm just adding them. And instead of doing this together, I can just go. Yeah. But if you kept going forever and ever, you'll never reach 2. You'll get like 0.99999999935, but you'll never reach 2. Shava, do you have a question, my bro?
Yes.
I don't know. It's like, I didn't.
All right, basically it's a formula. That's the key concept.
Picture of someone's.
All right, I told you to copy it down.
But to go, but I actually copied it down.
Good
That's why I
job.
was talking.
Get it down,
I copied
Alyssa,
it.
so I can change. I got you. Get it down, Alyssa, so I can move.
No, I'm really scared.
So this is also 2, yeah. So this question, and this is the answer too. Now, I'm just showing you the concept of it, like the idea behind it. You don't actually need an idea. You're just gonna need the formula that I'm gonna do on the next page, basically. And then we'll just play. This formula is actually really easy. It's the easiest formula there is because we go to infinity. We can cancel all other things. Now, just a question though. Let's say every time I was adding, I was doubling my steps. So I was going 2 steps, then 4 steps, then 8 steps, then 16 steps. So if I were to go to infinity, what would be my destination?
Why'd you go to 5 now?
Just to show an example, but we're technically doing infinity. I can't fit infinity on my page. In this one, this is infinity. This is just a concept. The other one is always the number on top here. But this one's just where you start, but we always start at 1 for us, okay? On other different things, we could start somewhere else, but on these formula-based things, we're going to start at 1. But so the concept of, hold up for a second. So the concept of going halfway through would mean that I've never reached the door, right? But what if the concept was I doubled my length? So I take 1 step.
If I do it 2.
That's the answer. Yes, enough. Then if I took 2, then I took 4
I'm
steps.
so confused with the double. I understand what you did here.
Let's just move on. All right, this is the formula.
Your brother and your dad.
S equals A1, 1 minus R. This is your formula. What do you need it?
That's the old one.
Because you never get to 2. You get really close to 2, you never get to 2. You do not need to solve it that way. I'm just showing you an example. This is the equation you're going to solve it. Okay, that's whatever.
Is the thing we learned last week gonna be addressed?
Yeah. I'll give a review sheet the end of Tuesday because we're done with it.
This is way harder than what we
You're not
learned
here
last
Thursday?
week.
No.
We first and second.
Could you give us more power than what we learned last week?
Chip is not going to be here too.
We're going-
No,
we're going
getting
for
shots
that
together.
station day.
We just happen to have the same day.
Nah, it's
Yeah,
fine.
we're buddies.
I'm
Alright.
really scared.
But they're definitely gonna chill out there,
Yeah.
online.
What? Cipriani and me. All right. Shh. Make sure you put down.
I wrote it down.
Good, but make sure you put down for infinite sums where R is less than 1. Here's a very important thing. This only works if you're dealing, Nate, this only works if you're dealing with a fraction. Alyssa, get this down. This only works if this is a fraction or a number less than 1. If you have a number bigger than 1, and I kept doubling that, what would occur? I have 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. When I add that all together, my number gets so huge, it reaches infinity. If I kept doing it infinite times.
It only works for what?
Numbers less than 1 or r is less than 1. Because if it's r less than 1, my steps are cut in half. So a full step, half a step, quarter step, eighth step, 16 step, 13 step. It's getting really, 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 really tiny to the point where I don't effectively move. And that's why it ends up somewhere. Versus when you have a number bigger than 1, like 2 or 3, you're tripling, you're quadrupling, you're doing something and you'll get too big and I'll go to infinity. So this only works when it's really small. Okay. So here's an example.
Yeah, yo.
I'm so jealous.
N equals 1 to infinity. By the way, hey, you know you got to use this equation when you see this number on top. This infinity symbol, not number, it's a symbol. Yes. All right.
It's so unnecessary. Your house is the exit.
3 parentheses, 1 or 2, close parentheses, and minus 1. Oh, yeah, get it down. Alyssa, make sure you get it down. Good.
I got it down, man.
Okay. Haley, as you write it down, can you tell me which number here is my A1? No, that's my R. So you have the other number, which is 3.
What if I don't have one?
Yeah, that's it.
A1 you still have. You don't have an N. So here, this is your A1. Remember the A1's outside of the parentheses. Everything inside the parentheses is R. So we literally just plug it into the equation. The sum of infinite numbers is going to equal 3 over 1 minus a half. Good, 3 over a half. Now, you're dealing with a fraction and a fraction. Nobody likes that. So I'm going to rewrite this. I'm going to write it as 3 divided by 1 over a half. Once I write it like that, what can I do? Keep, change, flip. So 3 over 1.
Can't I just do 3 divided by 0.5?
You could do that on your calculator, yeah. You could do that. But you could also keep, change, flip, right in your hand, 6. That's true. You could just type in your calculator too, I guess.
Okay, I got 6.
Sorry to hear that.
Shorter.
So again, this is just a plug in. That's really it. So that's for 6. I'll give you another one to practice.
Wait, why is 1 minus a half a half? Oh, joking.
Okay. N equals 1 and infinity. Here's another one. Let's do 6. 1 over 4. To the n minus 1. Hold up, Eliana. Let me change it so it comes out of my computer. Eliana, what's up? Was it on? Ella, my bad. ELL, and then I get lost. I forget the rest of the letters. So everyone, try this one. Try it yourself. Alyssa, try this one. Okay, let's make sure.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, I can't press it, so I'm just gonna stare like this. Nate,
What?
try that one on the left. Use the same concept. It's the same pattern every time. There should be no tricks in this.
I know, but this thing is like.
That's fine, use a calculator to help you.
I might
Especially with the
turn a
fraction.
fraction into a. Let's do 1/4 as a fraction.
That would be the decimal. And if you want to ever change a decimal to a fraction, put math on. So there,
It's like number one or this one? This one. This, what do you do with the n minus one?
oh, the n minus one is just telling you it's this type of formula. In this question, it does not matter because it's to the infinity. Okay. But it's like, it's this type of formula. It's basically what it matters. So we know we could use this type of formula on it.
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, good job.
I did calculus.
There's nothing wrong with that. Again, calculators will, well, I can't say always. They will be on this test. So you don't have to.
I will calculate it.
Mhm.
Wait. Well,
Yo. Yeah, wait, is that 3 or 2? Is that 3?
yeah.
No.
Not.
Is it this or is it this?
What?
Or I guess more like this. Is it this or is
What
it
about
this?
that?
This?
I got 8.
8, no.
I got 24.
24 would be correct. 1 minus 1/4 should be 3/4.
1 minus.
Wait a second,
1 minus 1/4 is 0.75.
0.75. And then 6 divided by 0.75 is 8. Oh yeah, you're right. Everyone else is wrong. My bad.
Thank you. Wait, I'm wrong?
Yeah, you're wrong.
What? How?
Because I did the same mistake you did.
Oh.
I'll show you. All right.
Well, did you also make a mistake on the first one?
No, because it wouldn't happen because it's exactly a half.
Okay, well then explain to me.
Sure.
Explain to me what-
6
Wait.
equals 1 minus 1/4. Now what's,
I need one more problem.
Oh,
to
my
make
bad,
my
yeah.
page like you
sure,
know.
I'll give you a number. But 6 divided by 1 1/4. So what's 1 1/4? What's,
Wait, why are you doing one?
it's always a 1 in the equation. 1 minus 1/4. You just put in the fourth, yeah. And that's 1 minus 1/4 is 3/4. So you should be divided by 0.75, not 0.25. 6 over 1 times 4 over 3. That equals 8.
I got it.
Yeah. Thank you, Eliana. I got it wrong the first time. Let's do. Ten. And we'll do 1/6. N minus 1.
Wait, what's the equation?
Right here. Oh, this equation? Do you not have it on your page? A1 equals, oh,
Equals R naught.
1 minus R. I could zoom out, actually. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
What time we got? Yeah, this will be probably.
Thank you, Mr. Cool.
No problem. Last one of this type. I'm sorry. I think we had a misconfusion.
Oh, no.
I don't know. Last one of this type.
You're gonna need it.
I gotta use my time wisely. I'm not gonna be here Thursday. Maybe never again afterwards.
Oh.
That's a joke. That's a joke. Yeah, that's not funny. Say again. A 6 as a decimal?
167.
Yeah, repeat it. Yeah.
I want.
Or you could use fractions like I do, 5/6. We fly.
0.6, 0.16 is equal to 0.17, right?
Just, what you could do is just do 10 divided by parentheses, 1 divided by 6. Or 5 divided by 6, because it should be a, you could type in your calculator like this, 10 divided by parentheses, 1 minus, I would put another parentheses, 1 over 6. If you put it in your calculator like that, you'll be fine. I should do it. You use slash for divide. Or you do 1 minus parentheses, 1 divided by 6, close parentheses, and then you click enter, and then you do 10 divided by answer. I don't know if you could do that on the phone. If you
I got
change it.
1.66.
1.66? No, it should be 12.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
You help me.
Then
10 divided by parentheses, 1
Minus parentheses, 1 divided by 6.
1,
And then you need to close 2 parentheses.
12.
12, there you go.
Okay, yeah, I got one.
There you
I got one.
I want to do it before. We do one more, I got 12. We do one more
Good.
problem.
go. You really can't see what I'm writing. Oh, she's been saying that. That's strange. You're gonna have to check the recording, I guess. I didn't realize. Let me look at this book. Is there anything else I wanted to show you today? That's the rule. Rule the rulers. And then there's a bunch of ways to do it. Sure, one more. S equals, why did I write it? All right. The sum from n equals 1 to infinity, 3 parentheses.
Is it the same type?
Yeah, same type. Let's do 4 over 7 n minus 1.
I got 0.17. I can see it.
As your final answer? Yes. And I was,
No pressure.
I got 5. If I got 5, is that correct?
what's up?
5.
5? No.
Can you explain to me how I how I
7.
actually calculate it?
What?
How do I do it in the calculator?
I get 7 as a decimal.
The 3 on.
Guys, you should do this by fraction. I'm gonna show you how to do it by fraction.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it like that.
You should learn. 3 over 1 minus 4 over 7. That's 3 over 3 over 7. Fraction in a fraction, don't like that. So 3 over 1 divided by 3 over 7. Can't divide a fraction, so I'm going to multiply the reciprocal. Times 7 over 3. Cancel 1, 7.
Got 7.
Now, if you do in the calculator, just type it in like this with these parentheses.
But just
And you got not 7?
I got 7.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Alyssa just disappeared for 10 minutes. You all right?
Yeah.
Nate, you got this down?
Yeah, I got 7.
Okay. Make sure you have a calculator on you because That's the safest way to do these things.
Hmm.
But Ben's driving, Carmela and Ella, Ella's at least on Zoom. Oh, I gotta submit my attendance. I'm out of space if everyone was here. Yeah,
Are you done? You next?
yeah, let me just post some homework for you guys. That's good.
Yeah, can you put on the board for me first?
Sure. Why can't I zoom in right now? It's going to be 7 through page 463. Oh, what did I say? R has to be what? Less than 1. So if you have an R greater than 1, what do you think is going to happen? No, you just can't do it. So you have to keep your eyes open for that. If your R is greater than 1, you say infinite. It's going to cause to infinity. You just stop.
Number 7.
Yeah, number 7's okay. But I'm saying number 9, you couldn't do.
No, but you said the homework is number 7. And then you stopped talking.
Oh, the homework is number 7 through 12. Oh,
Odd?
oh, because I'm only giving you 6. I'll talk about negative stuff later. I'll talk about other stuff later. Again, if it's bigger than R, or I'm sorry, if R is bigger than 1, you can stop right there and say infinity. You don't have to do anything else. It's 463. Alyssa, everything all right? Okay. Why do you leave for 10 minutes then?
I mean, like, I don't, I just